Alright, so this isn't gonna be a movie review as much as it's gonna be basically a PSA, kind of, because, you clicked this video, you saw that it was Frozen, and you probably assumed it was the, crappy animated movie that came out that people are obsessed with and sing that Let It Go song all the time, but you are wrong. I am not talking about that. I'm talking about the first movie called Frozen, or at least I think it's the first movie called Frozen. I don't know all the movies named Frozen, but the movie that I'm talking about is the 2010 horror thriller movie Frozen. It was directed by Adam Green, I think. It starred Shawn Ashmore, who is most who is most well known for playing Iceman in the X-Men 1, 2, 3 and Days of Future Past. This movie is about a group of friends who get stuck on a ski lift and are stuck there the whole weekend due to a series of unfortunate decisions, consequences, whatever, generic horror movie stuff. And the movie, I like the movie a lot. I think it's a pretty good movie. It's got some good special effects, some like body horror stuff, kind of. Practical effects like bones sticking out and stuff like that. It's kind of neat. It's an interesting concept. I've always been a fan of those stuck in a blank movies. There was the Ryan Reynolds movie where he's in a coffin buried underground the entire time. I think it's just called Buried. There was the Adrian Brody movie where he's stuck in a car for most of it. It was like wrecked. He doesn't remember who he is. That's also a good movie. There was the Josh Peck movie ATM where they're stuck in an ATM. That movie was not as much good. It was actually kind of crappy and didn't make a lot of sense. And I'm sure there's other movies that I'm forgetting about, but there have been a lot of these stuck in a blank movies, and this is basically just a stuck on a ski lift movie. And for what it's worth, it's not that bad. I think it's worth checking out. I think it's kind of been forgotten, tossed to the side. It's not that it hasn't aged well. It's just that I'd say almost that it hasn't aged. Not every movie is something that's going to be remembered or not remembered 10, 12 years later. It's just a movie that just exists. It's there. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's also not the best thing ever. It's a horror movie, an early 2000s-ish horror movie, so there's only so much that you can expect from that. There's going to be some bad writing, some bad acting, some conveniences taking with the plot, people who just aren't good at their job. I'm not trying to spoil too much, but still, what do you care about spoilers for this movie? Unless you're planning on watching it, which I would suggest you watch it. And I don't know, I really didn't have anything else to talk about for this. That's why I decided to do Frozen. That's the 2010 version, if you haven't been paying attention. I don't remember what year the animated version came out, which I didn't see the animated version, so I don't care. But there you go. It's a movie that I think you should probably check out.